Hello, welcome to Claudia K Behind the Scenes. I know I've not done a health update. Been suffering with about a depression, which I don't know if that is just hormonal or if it's caused by my frustration with the medical community. I don't know. But before I go any further, I do want to show you this mast cell reaction I'm having here. I hardly ever remember to catch it. Do you see the redness and like the swelling? And this is what happens. I'll just have a reaction. I was petting my niece's dog, and all I can think is that she had petted the dog after she put lotion on or perfume or something, and then I petted the dog. But sometimes I get this from just leaning on a door jamb. Sometimes I will get it from a purse strap, my purse strap hanging over my arm, and I've cleaned the purse strap. But yeah, it's itchy and it's hot and it's uncomfortable, and I'm trying not to touch it because that only makes it worse. I immediately went in and scrubbed my hands with a unscented soap. So I'm just waiting for it to fade, but it's hot. And I'm saying mast cell reaction, not because I've been diagnosed with that, but because all my research says that this is what it is. I have an overactive something, but everything's overactive. So I went in Monday morning to get my blood work done. And the woman was lovely. It was my first time in this lab, and she was just lovely. She could have been because it was Monday morning, but she wasn't. She was lovely. And, and I'd gone in first thing because I'm not good with not eating. And I was a little woozy all day long. Got home, ate right away. And my dad drove me because there are so many days where it is hard for me to drive anyway because of being in pain and not being able to focus. That I especially didn't want to drive because it was fasting blood work, with not being able to eat, and then having my blood drawn, which usually makes me weak and a little dizzy, although I'm weak and dizzy a lot of the time anyway. So anyway, she was lovely. So then my results started coming back in, and everything's in the normal range, right? Like everything. Even when I was seeing the thyroid doctor, I was being treated for hypothyroidism and on the medication. My blood levels never showed that there was a problem. The only reason that she agreed to see me was because my hair was falling out in clumps. I couldn't lose any weight, and this was after my third baby, and I'd never had a problem losing the baby weight before. I'd been thin my whole life, and I was dead exhausted all the time. And so my mom, who'd already had half of her thyroid removed, talked to her doctor. Her doctor said, absolutely, I will see. She was a specialist. I will see her if her doctor will refer her. And I had to argue with my doctor because my blood work kept coming back normal. And I said, my mom's got this history. Her doctor's willing to see me if you refer me. Finally, he gave up. He's like, fine, I'll write the referral. And he did. And so she put me on a half dose of the lowest dose that you could prescribe. I took half a pill every day. Immediately dropped 15 pounds. Immediately my hair stopped falling out. But my blood levels never showed there was a problem. So blood levels never show there's a problem with anything. She tested my vitamin D, but I take daily vitamin D. So of course my vitamin D is not going to be low. She ran a variety of blood work. I think it was 4 vials of blood they took. And I only have, only a little bruise instead of being bruised from here to here like normal. So yay, that lady was really good. But there were 2 things that showed up in the abnormal range. First one was cholesterol. My cholesterol has always shown up just slightly higher than normal range. Always. Didn't matter my weight, didn't matter my health. It has always shown up. My mom's too. And my mom, not overweight at all. And as you well know, my parents eat almost everything organic. They rarely ever eat out. They grow their own food, and they always have. Anyway, so then the other thing that was off was my chloride was high. And your chloride can be high for several reasons. One of them can be because there is a problem with your kidneys. There is a problem with my kidneys. I have kidney stones. They've done scans and seen them. I have kidney pain, which they say is from the kidney stones. It can also be high because you are dehydrated, which we all know. I'm drinking so much water. And yes, I know it was a fasting, but I had enough water the day before. It shouldn't even have mattered. They can be high because you eat too much salt. I don't eat salt. I've never been a salty kind of person. I never add salt to anything. If I crave something, it was going to be chocolate, not potato chips. I have one sister who will salt everything before she even tastes it. And I'm always horrified. And I don't eat standard salt anyway. If I do have salt, it's pink Himalayan salt. We cook and bake with pink Himalayan salt. So it can be because you have too much salt, and it can be because you use ibuprofen or any of the NSAIDs, which I use ibuprofen for more than 20 years now because it is the one thing that will take the edge off the pain. And I use it at least weekly. I try not to use it daily. I try to only use it when I'm absolutely have to get things done. I don't even use it when I'm in an extreme amount of pain. I use it when I have to get things done, but regular use for more than 20 years, it's gonna do some damage. There's just no way to get around that. Doctors don't want to listen to me about any of that. So, whatever. Oh, look, it's fading. It's not near as bad as it was. It's starting to fade. Isn't that crazy? So I get a call today from the doctor's office. And she said, well, I wanted to go over your test results. And I'm like, well, there are only these two things. So I'm thinking it's got to be the chloride thing, right? Because my cholesterol is always just slightly higher than it should be. If you look at my blood work, it's always been. If you go all the way back to when my kids were little and you look at that doctor's blood work, it's always been slightly high. And she goes, well, we're looking at your cholesterol and Dr. Tor would like you to. And she starts listing off things. She thinks you should do the Mediterranean diet. She thinks that you should lose 10 to 20% of your body weight. She thinks that you should... And I'm like, I'm getting upset before she even stops talking because nobody's asked me at the doctor's office what I'm eating or how I lost 48 pounds since the last time I'd been at the doctor's. Nobody. You're just gonna assume? Are you kidding me? So she ends with, and she'd like you to exercise this many times a week for a half hour and get your heart rate above this. And I said, I have been doing Whole30 and paleo since the middle of January. I have lost 48 pounds in the last couple of years. I do not eat any, because she's like, no trans fats. No, I said, I do not eat any processed food. I do not eat any trans fats at all. Everything we eat is organic. I said, and I would love to know how you'd like me to exercise for a half hour at a time when I can barely walk because of the fibromyalgia. Oh, well. And she goes, well, maybe your cholesterol has come down. You just didn't have blood work done in the last few years. No, I highly doubt that my cholesterol has come down. Because even before we started focusing on my diet this year, I still had been through paleo, virgin diet, Whole30, the Hallelujah diet, South Beach diet, the food testing, the food sensitivities, we'd gone vegan for a while, we'd done lean proteins. I worked with a physical trainer who had me on a strict calorie. Every single time my cholesterol is tested, it's slightly above normal. I just run slightly above normal. My entire adult life, every time it's been tested. I do not eat badly. I gained weight because I hit perimenopause, not because I eat badly. I never have. Never. We have always eaten to the best of our affordability. I was raising 3 kids and I wanted them to have healthy eating habits. We bought organic when we could. And that was the other thing. She's like, and you need to be eating mostly fruits and vegetables. What do you think I am eating? We are eating everything out of the garden right now. Fruits and vegetables is the majority of what my diet consists of. Are you freaking kidding me? We're so mad. So mad. Don't assume that people are... I can't even afford junk food if I wanted to. And I've been gluten-free for years. And most junk food has gluten in it. I am so infuriated right now. Did you even look at my chart to see that I've lost 48 pounds? And that is struggling against my hormones, which are completely out of whack. Because I'm in constant pain, which causes constant stress, which causes more pain, which causes more stress, because I am in a vicious cycle I cannot get out of. Because you won't give me any medication that actually relieves pain because of the amount of crazy drug addicts out there and the amount of doctors with no common sense who overprescribed to people for basic things. Now I cannot get any relief from the pain. And I can't get any relief from the pain, so I can't make anything else better. But you want to call and tell me to eat more fruits and vegetables. When that's what my diet mostly consists of. That and lean proteins. And healthy fats like avocado oil and occasional coconut oil. Are you kidding me? And she's like, so then she changes her whole tone. And she's like, well, some people genetically just test higher than other people. So why didn't you ask me to begin with if I just genetically test higher than other people? Why didn't you ask me what I already eat? Are you freaking kidding me? And she didn't have an answer for the exercise. I said, I would love to exercise. Can you tell me how to do that? With fibromyalgia, with my hip giving out on me, with me not being able to walk. So, yeah. So I bring up the chloride. I said, well, I'm really interested in why my chloride is high. Oh, well, that doesn't mean anything. You're probably just dehydrated. I said, but your chloride can be high from damage from using ibuprofen. I have fibromyalgia. I've been using ibuprofen for more than 20. Oh, Near, I'm sure you were just dehydrated. I said, and it has nothing to do with the kidney stones and my kidney pain. No, you're just dehydrated. I said, even though I drank a gallon of water the day before. Well, yeah, it was a fasting, so you hadn't had any that morning. So you were just dehydrated. Just dehydrated. Don't want to admit that there's probably kidney damage from the fact that I have taken NSAIDs for more than 20 years on a weekly basis. because I have fibromyalgia that nobody wants to treat. Okay. If I was going to have damage for medication anyway, why not give me something that actually took the pain away instead of something that just takes the edge off of it? It's infuriating. You don't mean to be a drug addict, so you won't give me something that actually gives me some relief, however temporary, so that I could get out of this vicious cycle of pain, stress, pain, stress, pain, stress. But the end says that I've been taken over the counter anyway. I've done the damage. Would have rather been a drug addict, I think. Except that I don't have an addictive personality. Anytime that I've been prescribed Percocets, I have done a step down, like after car accidents, after my hysterectomy, did a step down so that I wasn't just suddenly out of them and not taking them. So I extended the amount of time that I was, when I had my hysterectomy, he gave me, just that certain amount they give you the prescription for when you leave now. And it's just a very small amount. And the first day it was like, take it every 4 hours. And then like by day 3, I was taking it every 6 hours. And then by day 4, every 8 hours until I tapered off and wasn't taking it anymore. I'm not, oh my goodness. It is so frustrating to be doing everything you're supposed, and it gets to the point where you're too exhausted to even continue doing all of the things. And then you meet with someone else who's like, oh, well, if you just were eating this amount of calories, or, oh, you're not eating enough calories because you're not nourishing your body so that it can heal, or you need to do that. You cannot do the amount of things that everybody expects you to do. And the truth is, they just don't know. They have no idea. None. They have no idea how to heal a body. None of them. And they don't know anything more beyond telling you what they learned in a textbook. And I watched a TikTok by a nurse, former nurse, who said that she would watch the doctors take the symptoms that people told them and go Google them in the back. Because they have no clue. Except they want to gaslight you and act like you shouldn't be looking things up because you shouldn't be self-diagnosing. When you know your body better, you have the time to do the research. And it isn't like I did a quick Google search and first thing that popped up, I'm like, that's what I have. No. I will read 10 medical articles. I will buy books. I will keep up on the latest research. But apparently all I have to do is cut out everything that I've already cut out of my diet, lose 10 to 20% more of my body fat, and exercise 30 minutes a day. I'll be fine. Idiots. I'm just so angry. So angry that you just assumed. I'd love to be sitting around eating pizza and ice cream. If I had high cholesterol because I sat around and ate pizza and ice cream, great. So, more medical trauma, more medical gaslighting. It is infuriating. Just infuriating. You do not ask me what I'm currently doing for my health. You just assume. And here I am. And it is not just this year. This year we hit it hard. We hit it. Mom and I did our research. We hit it hard trying to heal my body, rebalance the hormones so that I had some modicum of health. I have none. I have gotten worse. I am more stressed out than I've ever been. And you're just going to assume. All of my other blood work was in the normal range. All of it. except for those two things. There are pages and pages and pages of my blood work that you can look at. If I wasn't doing all of the things that I'm doing, those numbers wouldn't be good. If I wasn't taking all of the vitamins and supplements that I'm taking, if I wasn't eating organic meals that are hand made from scratch, I wouldn't have lost 48 pounds since the last time I was at the doctor's. If I wasn't doing all of it, I wasn't counting my calories. I wish I had something positive to post. I wish I had one positive thing to post. I don't. I just don't. Thanks for watching, guys.